Is there any? Is there like a window to this top tower or anything?
All right, let me go back. You guys were in room 18, and then you guys ran into that Helmed Horror, basically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was literally immune to everything. Anything you guys threw at it, he wouldn't even hardly touch him. Then you guys found in the middle of the room, as you guys were trying to get the hell out of there, a spiral staircase that actually went up 15 feet into a square room that had crisscrossing rafters that were 10 feet overhead and a peaked roof above that. And there was an empty bookcase that dominates the west wall and two filthy padlocked cages that stand on the floor. Each cage had a human prisoner in a
alive or dead?
chamber pot. Well,
alive or dead human prisoner?
They were alive, actually. They were barely hanging on. I believe the prisoners in the northern cage, I believe her name, she was a female commoner. And then there was a sewer maintenance guy. He was basically a supervisor. And I believe you guys talked to him a little bit, and he told you basically he was alive. Something about he had keys to the existing lower sewers of the city, and there was a dungeon down there or something of that nature. Do you remember?
We didn't actually get to talk to him. Literally, we just got up there.
That's right.
There's people.
Okay. So anyways, yeah, there's humans in there. Both seem to be alive. The female seems to be kind of on her way out, though. She doesn't look very good.
Can I stabilize her using medicine?
Absolutely, you can try.
Alright, remind me how I roll.
You have to do a check, I believe, or heal. Basically, yeah.
Exclamation point, check, and then medicine?
I believe so.
Let's see if I can spell it right this time.
No prompt to.
Wow. So I rolled a 2. Not very good.
You noticed that when you went to touch her to kind of help her out a little bit, she seemed to go worse. She went to the opposite direction.
She got worse instead of better.
Move over! Pump a point of laying hands on her.
Okay.
Stabilize her with a single point.
And while you're doing this, she's actually talking to you guys. If you guys want to ask her anything, you're getting the impression that your time is running short.
Okay, so we're in this. What's the material for these walls?
Stone.
And it's a wooden roof at the top.
Yep.
And it is Big Bad stomping downstairs.
Yep.
Let's see here. You don't wait to distract.
Are they still caged up, locked up?
They are.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and pick those up.
You gonna try to pick the lock?
Yep.
Okay.
Use the dexterity for that?
Yeah. Lock pick.
Damn.
So it's 15 foot down the staircase, correct?
Let me give it a shot.
Yes, that is correct.
Because I want to see if I can look down the staircase and...
Oh, man, you're awesome.
You got a +4, I got a +5, and it's putting, or +2 or something.
Yeah,
Horrible.
because one thing, I want to look down the stairs, and goes 15 foot down. Can I hear I can hear the big guy stomping down there. Do I hear like any guards or anything, or anyone speaking?
Nope. You just hear him down there pacing the floor. All right, John. You notice, and the hell's your character's name? Cannabis.
Yep.
When you guys were fumbling with the locks, behind you something appeared and tried to bite you. Okay? And
Something appeared and tried to bite us.
yes, just as you were touching the lock, you're trying to unlock it, something from behind you appeared, and you felt the sting. Well, let's see if you felt the sting.
It's an imp
No wonder we rolled a 5 and a 3.
or a pseudo dragon.
Alright. So that was
I know this. My character doesn't.
20.
Did we get a look at what it was?
I'm gonna see.
Okay.
One momento. Alright, let's go with Cannabis. This is you first. I have to load this in, it's not loaded, so I'm just gonna use it that way.
That's good.
And John, this is on you.
So,
I'm assuming that does hit from your reaction.
I'm sure it does.
You take 3 piercing damage, and give me a wisdom save.
Ooh.
Alright, you take half of that. You now realize you are being poisoned.
Hush, guys.
Again?
Alright, as they appeared and disappeared in visibility, they are definitely imps. Cannabis, you happen to catch the corner of your eye, and you were able to dodge, we'll say. And as you're dodging, you get a look of it next to you, and he disappeared. John, he reached around, you saw part of his body latching onto your neck. So you have no doubt that what attacked you was an imp.
I pull up my rapier and wait.
By the way, I didn't mean to say wisdom, that's supposed to be in Constitution, but hey, whatever. Alright, you do what? I'm sorry.
Say, Cannabis, give me your cloak. And Cedric, give me your hammer. Like Clark Griswold, I'm gonna catch his coat and snag with a hammer.
You're not using my hammer. No.
I'm more worried about the coat.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd like to go down, see if I could
Go back downstairs.
Go down just enough so I can get a glimpse of the room, and enough so I can see, and try to basically use minor illusion to make it look like someone's peeking through the door.
Okay. And this is on the construct?
I can distract that Helmed Horror.
Alright. Gotcha. I'm with you.
So basically, just looking crawling down, just so I can get line of sight at that door, because it's a spiral staircase, so. Obviously, he hasn't been able to climb the stairs yet, so if he's stomping around, I want to give him someplace to go to.
By the way, just for recap, this is what he looked like.
Yeah.
He's invisible? Or is that red him?
No, I mean, it's
That's
glowing.
Robert guy.
Where the red is a glowing, whatever, if you will. Okay, so you're gonna stick your head down there, and you open the door in the ceiling, you're gonna try to come down.
Well, no. I need line of sight.
Well,
So, crack it open enough so I can see that door, get line of sight, on that doorway that we came in through, and try to make it look like someone's peeking in and see if the Helmed Horror reacts.
You'd have to almost either stick your head to the ceiling and look around to see it, or come all the way down. It's up to you.
I'm just gonna stick my head out enough so
Okay.
I can actually get a line of sight.
You got it. You got it.
Cast that image, make it look like someone is opening the door. There's no sound, but it's going to be an image of someone coming out and looking around.
Okay.
And see if the Helmed Horror maybe finds a new target. So, what I'm going to do.
Hey, Cedric, can you cure poison? Yep.
I'm not sure. Give me a second.
Or David, either one.
Hey, Rod, have you already checked the, search the ring?
No.
I'm gonna search it, see if I find anything.
Okay. And what was your hazard? What was your final on your attempt?
I just cast it. There's no like. If the creature's going to take an action to determine if it's an illusion, then there's a check.
All right.
And it's got to be a successful intelligence investigation check. And my spell save DC is 14.
All right. Let's see if he falls for it. What was the spell save?
14.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, he sees it as an illusion, and somehow the beast that should not have any kind of intelligence whatsoever.
He's got a 10. He's actually got a 10, so it's a 0.
Yeah. Well, I tried. So.
Alright, okay, back to you, sir. You gonna do a search on the room?
I got 18 on that.
Let's see what we find. Here? You don't really see anything other than the 2 cages.
How big is this room?
Let me see if I can find the actual...
The answer is no, John. I do not. I have protection from poison, but not
This
cure
is
poison.
room 19.
Perfect.
Let me go back to my map. Oh shit. Okay, here is the tower. Let me copy this. This is the room you're in. You are above. Hey, you want to hear something funny? I've been using my Mac at work. Now that I'm home playing around, I keep trying to hit Command V for, paste and copy, and rather than Control.
That's how they get you.
I know.
Me too.
All the time. I'm like, what the hell? It ain't working. I'm like, oh shit.
Are those windows? I'm assuming.
They are. Didn't say anything about a Windows description. I'm going to say they're probably some sort of a vent.
Okay.
Airflow, So let me go back to the description of the room.
So that's a key detail.
Well, they're in the ceiling.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
What's this tower? So I mentioned there would be windows in a tower. Most towers are windows.
But they're using this room as there might be boarded up though.
And they don't tend to be with central heat and air.
No. There's no Kelligan man here. Or not Kelligan, who was it, that commercial? Don't matter.
So while Cannabis is picking the lock, I'm going to ask the girl, who are you and why are you here?
She's pretty shallow breath. She tries to explain that she was here visiting a relative, and the next thing she knows, she was a prisoner of some sort. And then she's really not sure. She tells you her father is pretty well off. She has a feeling they're trying to hold her ransom maybe for some money, but she's really not sure.
I'll say the same thing to that other dude.
He just tells you basically he works in the lower city. He works in the sewer system. He was doing underground work, occupying for the Dungeon of the Dead 3. And he was working on some plans that was strictly, he was hired by Duke Vanthanpur. He was down there for a few days, and then he has no idea what or why, what switched. All of a sudden, he was shackled and escorted by the couple of imps. And then he's really not sure why he's there.
So once I start picking the lock, I would probably tell Cannabis to try to pick the lock on the dude as well while I give it at the girl, and then I got stung by the imp, and I would then say, there's an imp in here, and it got me.
He was doing work for the Dead 3?
Yep.
Yeah, you don't let him out of the cage, guys. Unless you're gonna let me kill him.
Oh, he was working for the Dead 3. He wasn't just working down there.
No, he was doing work for them.
Okay. What kind of work were you doing and why?
Mason work. He was working down in the sewers.
Why would you work for the Dead 3?
It's a lot like the contractors who worked on the Death Star.
Pretty much.
Yeah. See what that got them.
Well, if they weren't in the Death Star, it got it in the first movie on the Death Star, because it was technically complete, it got them another contract.
Fully operational.
Why don't you guys roll me... Give me an insight. Cannabis, you think he may be lying. Cedric, you know he's lying.
Oh shit.
Relic, you're believing the story. Along with Hazard, you guys are believing his story.
I just don't give a shit. That's
right.
Big and stomping under and downstairs. I'm trying to figure out how to get him out there. I got another thing I want to try on him.
I got a 21, by the way, though, on insight. So it's like, bullshit, dude.
Exactly.
Real quick, Rod. Peek down again.
Okay.
Thaumaturgy. Make that door open, slam wide open.
Okay.
As loudly as possible.
This time you notice the construct is not in view, and he is in his regular position where he was when you guys first walked in the room, and he's nothing more than a suit of armor.
Oh, great. I just saw it pop up and just gotta go, it's gone back to sleep mode.
Yeah, until somebody shows their face.
Well, I can work on that.
Don't move the mouse, you'll wake him up.
Well, I'm still gonna have that door slam open.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Well, there's other guards on the floor, so hopefully maybe that will get their attention, and then they can trigger that fucker. So then I put up.
Yeah, okay, wait. End of last week, we had done screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Curdling screams were coming from that room to try and get the guards to come running in. Did that play out at all?
You know, I don't remember, and I didn't post that recording either, so we go over it.
Either way, I just kind of slammed the door open, so maybe that'll get their attention.
I rolled a 51%, so I'm gonna say yeah, somebody heard it. So back to the room. He's lying. You guys go about your business, or what do you guys do?
No, I look at him and I say, "Why are you lying?"
He looks at you like, what?
Dude, I take people's confessions all the time. I know when they're lying. You're lying.
Aha. Why would I lie?
Why would you lie?
Let's see, because I'm a good cleric and you're an evil bastard.
He looks down, looks for that evil bastard pin. Huh?
Yeah, I say it just like that. You know my dwarf. He doesn't sugarcoat nothing.
He looks away and ignores you, like you're not even in the room. You know how like a 2-year-old will cover her eyes and pretend you're not there no more?
Yeah, so guys, he stays.
Well, maybe, does he know that he's got no more employers?
Well, it could be because of us that he's being locked up in the first place. If you think about it, because he said he's been picked up the last couple of days, which is a couple of days after we went down there and pretty much wrecked the place.
We can't exactly leave him here because he's kind of ID'd us.
See if you can, Brian, are you the one that's got decent charisma? See if you can persuade him.
Or intimidate.
Yeah, well, I mean...
I'm going to look at him and be like, listen, man.
Good job.
If you worked with them, you no longer have employers. And so they're not going to magically come and help you out in this situation. Because they are no more. So the only way you're going to have probably a chance of not dying in this cell is if you start cooperating with us and start leveling with us.
He looks at you. Are you threatening me? And he looks scared.
No, I'm trying to persuade him. And let me roll that persuasion check.
Nice.
What is it? We're in a good cop, bad cop routine here.
He tells you, yes. He says, I'm Duke Vanthanpur's tax collector, and the Vanthanpurs owe some money, and I guess I kind of was harassing him too much, and here I am.
Well, see, that means you are of use to us. Because obviously he's taking a tax collector prisoner is not exactly a good thing. Yeah. So maybe you'd like to come with us and explain to the higher ups what has happened to you.
I don't necessarily disagree with chaining him up, though. Government is a waste of taxpayer dollars.
Yes, but he is useful to us to explain the situation at hand. Basically, We help him escape, and he keeps us, drop liability.
I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, you're alive as long as you provide value. The minute you stop providing value or you start causing me grief, I'm going to end you.
So you're going to allow him to go freely with you guys, or you let him go freely on his own?
Oh no, he's not going anywhere on his own.
Okay. So he's going to follow you around?
We should have just let him down the stairs.
I was about to say, yeah.
I'm glad I'm not my cleric boy, because I would actually probably be evil.
Oh yeah, just throw it down. Like, there you go. Tell him he's done.
He could be your escape.
I'm chaotic good, and everybody hates tax collectors.
Well, yes, that's true too.
Alright, are good. No, what we need him to kind of, help help our explanation. Let's put it that way.
Who is she?
She was just when I say she was,
I'm asking him.
he just kind of looks over and says, hell if I know.
Yeah, you're telling me you've been sitting here dying with this girl by herself alone in these cages.
Actually, she's been dying.
Chat.
I'm still well.
Okay, so she's just been over there dying, and you haven't even said hello.
Whatever Shalene's got going on with those folks is up to her. None of my business.
Who is she? What does she do? Why would she be up here?
No clue.
You're a tax collector.
I
understand the goings on in the city. Who is she? Is she tied to a prominent family?
Have no idea. Her cause was nice when she first started, I'll tell you that much.
Alright, let's start worrying about getting the hell out of here.
Alright.
So
I can stealth down there and see. Was there another door out of the armored
room?
Horror room other than going back into the hallway where the guards were?
Well, let's take a look. Here you are. This is where you guys were. Blow this up a little bit. Oh, come on. Are you serious?
Hey, Rodney, there's a door downstairs, right?
There's a door downstairs where?
Where that creature's at.
Yeah, I thought there was another door to the left. I thought that.
Can I see that door if I look down there?
I've been looking at it, so.
I got this cantrip. I don't know. For some reason it says I have this cantrip. I don't know what this cantrip is.
Oh.
I can make a door fly open. Maybe I can open the door.
I can.
Thaumaturgy?
He's already opened the door and slammed it.
Yes, thaumaturgy. Are you a tiefling?
Yeah.
Alright, well.
I can stealth. Here's what I'm going to do. I can stealth down there, hopefully, and see if that door opens. If not, I'll try to pick it.
I believe you guys.
If the door opens, not the one in the hallway, but the one to the left.
Well, the problem is that you still got the thing ready to go off.
I know, but I'm wondering if I stealth, if he'll notice me, and I'll say the hazard. Plus, if he does notice me, my wife just bought me Skyrim, so I'll just run like hell. And I'm just going to get everyone together, all chasing me, and then I'm going to run out of the estate and run straight to the Whiterun guards and let them handle it while I back up and hide in the bushes.
So,
and then you guys can just walk out of the mansion.
Well, one thing I want to do. So what's that description of the mad mage we've been chasing? Sallow cheeks and everything else. But like I said, I'm gonna look at this.
maligned.
Yes, I'm gonna look at this tax collector. How close does he look to the park?
Oh.
What'd you say, Rob?
How close he looks to the park?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's already a skeevy tax collector.
Yeah.
As long as you can give him a long trunk with a nose ring.
Careful, that might be sexist.
But I was just saying, how close is he to it?
You talking
To
about?
the description, and then that's who we're gonna haul on out.
Gotcha. Alright, so you guys stealth down there. Did you give me a stealth check?
I can.
Just grab a pillowcase on the way down and throw it over his head.
Good luck with that.
Oh no, not the horror, the tax collector.
Oh yeah.
Make everybody think it's him.
What's the code? Roll stealth? Save.
You check.
Check though.
I did.
Check.
Oh! I see. I have to do the thing.
I got it.
I have to choose the. Okay. Oh, good. Running it is.
So you tippy-toed down the stairs, and his passive is a 14, dude. So he definitely saw you.
Okay.
So he animates.
If he starts moving, I'm just gonna like run and like open the door to the left.
So you're gonna shoot over to the left?
Yeah.
Okay, so he does. As you get to the bottom, you start seeing him, the redness glow starting to appear. So you're gonna make a mad beeline all the way to the door to the left.
Yep.
Okay.
Does it open?
As you slam the door close, you realize he had animated. And this is where you are now. Maybe. Let's see.
So did John make a run for it? And we're all the
Pretty
rest of
much.
us are stuck up there.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Alright, that's
I'm doing the not smart. I'm splitting the party.
John, you're in V12. Let me read
Okay.
you the V12.
Can I shut the door behind me?
I believe you slammed it shut so hard it rattled and broke the glass.
Oh my. Okay.
Alright, let me find the room. You are now in V12. Alright. This is a balcony, actually. A creoline stone battlement encloses balcony overlooking the front yard. It's a 15-foot drop from the balcony to the ground.
Okay.
That's more like
In fact,
I have. Oh man, there's not a window on that side.
give me a perception.
I have rope. I might be able to climb them out of the window down to where they can just run. A perception check.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
You hear footsteps, and all of a sudden you start hearing the doorknob to your left there, or to your right, rattling like they're trying to open it. So somebody's trying to get out, and you see a shadow through the smoked haze glass that's on the door.
I am going to. So it's just a balcony. I'm going to run and see if we're going to do Benny Hill. I'm going to run to the north door of V12, and if they come through
That's where they're at. They're rattling the door like they're trying to open it.
Oh, of north of V12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's just a balcony.
Yep.
I'll run back. I'll run back into V18 and run back up the stairs.
When you open the door to go into V18, you notice the construct standing right there.
Okay, me and him he's gonna get an attack.
You gonna attack him?
No, I'm running past him. I'm just gonna try to like duck under him and beat him.
No, what you need to do is to jump off the balcony and hold on to the edge and let them get surprised.
That would be very Hollywood like. And I do have rope. I could, well.
Are you trying to be Jason Bourne on us all of a sudden?
I've got a 4 in athletics.
I think.
Yeah, let's do Jason Bourne.
I think he's gonna do the Polish. I think he's the Polish version of MacGyver.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna try to. Actually, is there a way for me to climb? Since we'll go the Matrix route. Is there a way for me to climb off the balcony onto the other tower and climb up to the window and try to like secure a rope so that everyone else can climb down easily?
I'm gonna say it's a stone wall. You can sure try to climb, but when you notice,
I'll probably if it's not easy and there's not like a tiptoe balcony for me to walk on, I'll probably just try to get down under the balcony and hang and for them to open the door and be like, what the heck?
Alright, so when you notice, are you leaving the door open from V18?
No, I want to close that.
Alright.
Why?
You notice he did not pursue you.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think he comes out of the 18. I think back.
Not if he doesn't see you.
So you're gonna try to hang your entire rope and hang down?
Not from a rope. I'm just gonna try to like grab onto the balcony and like stealth hang, so that when they come in they can't see me, and I'm just gonna like hang off of something I can grab onto stealthily that doesn't make.
Well, there's like stone pillars that are tied to like wire, like a fencing, like cabling, keeping you from anybody falling off.
Something I can grab onto that would make me behind it.
Give me an acrobatics.
If you open the door, you wouldn't see my hands or something.
You see your hands. You see your hands hanging on the cable or the post or something. Unless you tie a rope and hang down below it.
What's over there on the left side that looks kind of like a fireplace or something?
It's just an extrusion of brick. Like maybe there's a fireplace on the other side of that.
Okay.
So there's pretty much, that's it. You have a door in the floor and another door.
In the balcony.
Meanwhile, what are you guys gents doing up in the tower?
To it, certainly you're going to see it. But
if they were being distracted by the big and ugly, they wouldn't bother to look for it.
I don't know if the big ugly would attack them though.
Oh, let's see here.
Okay, I don't have a choice. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to quickly tie my rope to the fencing hastily, just enough so that I can quickly hand burn rappel off of there if I had to, and then I'm going to grab the door handle leading into V18 and just wait for the north door to open.
So you gotta go
see if this thing will cause chaos enough for me to get everyone out of there.
So you're gonna tie a rope to your waist, tie a rope to one of the posts or pillars.
No, not to my waist. I'm just gonna tie a rope to the wire or whatever.
And then you're gonna walk over
quickly
to the door to go into the 18.
I can just grab it and basically hand burn myself.
Right. So, but you're gonna walk
grab
over
the rope and it just and my hands will be smoking like Curly from the Three Stooges when I get down. I'll have sunburn on the palms.
So
I can just jump. I can just rappel down real quick.
All right, then what are you gonna do like after that? You gonna be by the door though? The V18 you said?
I've got my hand on the door to V18, and when they open the door, the guards come in. I'm going to open the door to V18 and start running towards the rope, and I'm going to kind of watch to see if the suit of armor will come in and attack the guards, and if they don't, I'm going to have to bail and go down the rope.
Gotcha. Okay. You don't hear anything else.
That's a very complicated plan for not much.
And you see the shadow disappear from the door.
Oh, well. I'll retrieve my rope then.
Alright. What do you guys do at the tower?
Alright. I'll peek down. Where's Big and Bad?
He's hanging around V.
Enjoying the Benny Hill music.
Well, I'm going to borrow from Skyrim and put an illusionary bucket on his head.
Illusionary bucket?
To cover his line of sight. It can be no larger than a 5-foot cube, so it's a big bucket that's just gonna hover around him to block his vision.
And he has to believe this, right?
Yeah. Yes, and take action to try to disbelieve it.
Skyrim influence, but do a lampshade. It's much funnier.
So what's the DC?
14.
Oh, same thing?
Yeah. It's just a minor illusion.
He believes it.
Right. Now that I'm going to keep an eye on it to kind of keep it, so he can't he can't physically interact with it easily. And does it look like he is acting like he is currently blinded or can't see?
He's doing nothing at this point.
Okay, I'm going to start stepping on out. And I will tell everyone else, signal to start following me.
Are you going down stealthily, or are you just nonchalantly, or what are you doing?
Stealthily, at least try to be quiet.
Okay, give me stealth check.
That leaves me for last.
He hears you. He turns in your direction.
Stop.
He still has the bucket.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep that illusionary bucket just, trying to block his vision.
Would that be a concentration check?
No.
No? Okay.
It's a duration of a minute for the illusion.
I got you.
I'm trying to see.
I didn't know if you were trying to maintain the spell.
It automatically would maintain unless he takes damage, right?
Alright. Duly noted.
Share buddy footprint, small chest, and you can't create smell of light. He's passed through it. I'm trying to figure out if I can, keep the illusionary blockade in the way, or.
Can I use that time emoji or whatever it is to open that north door on V18 and slam it shut? Open and slam it shut.
Yep, that'd be a repeat of what Hazard already did, but yeah.
I'm trying to do that to see if I can get him to turn back the other direction.
Okay.
And I'm trying to keep the illusions where, so it's basically something that's blocking his vision, but I'm trying to make sure he doesn't try to physically interact with it. So, let's see if he falls the same.
So that's going to be another DC check, right? For the door slamming?
Well, the door slamming's real.
Okay.
Yeah, it just happens.
Alright.
Almost too close to that to be here, for that to happen.
He turns. He hears it. He's going to turn that direction of the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Moving, trying to see if he's detecting me or paying any attention to me.
Another stealth.
Just not moving.
Oh, you're not moving?
No, I'm staying still.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make
well,
no noise.
okay. No need then.
So we sneak down real quick. And
Yeah, whoever sneaks down, roll stealth.
I do it. So I got 26 there, Ronnie. Yeah.
What?
Clang, clang! I fall down the stairs.
He turns and looks. He faces the stairway again.
Hey, I didn't do too bad. I got a 12.
One plus one.
I must have tricked you.
Okay,
See, I'm supposed to roll stealth as a disadvantage. I don't think I need to even bother at that one.
How far did I get there, Rod? Or where would I be at, I guess? Can I make it to the door at that 26?
Whatever your movement is. So yeah, you mean 16?
I rolled a 26. We can talk about 16.
Well, that's your stealth check. Where are you moving to? I mean, whatever your movement is.
Oh, I'm trying to get out the door back up speed 12.
So however your movement is, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I can be able to get to the door, open the door, and get through the door.
When you get to the door, try to open it, give me another stealth check. See if he hears you. You quietly open the door.
And I'm gonna leave it open.
Yep.
Quiet. And I'm gonna leave it open. I'm gonna go ahead and sneak out that door and tell people not to slow down the stairs again.
Alright, and I'm going to basically signal everyone to just make it's only like 10-foot distance, so let's just make a quick mad dash and close the door behind us.
Helping the injured woman,
Mm-hmm.
or carrying her, whichever I need to be doing, I will make my way out.
What do you do about the other guy?
Speaking of Skyrim,
I would assume that Vincenzo is making sure that he stays with us, or has dealt with him either way.
Yeah, I'm following with.
Tripping over him, I think. Okay.
hey Brian, what if I figured out if this thing wouldn't follow me out Area 13 into Area 12, and I open the door, and he like stands at the door in 13 and won't come over the and I just pop him with arrows repeatedly and just spam him until he's dead.
You mean V12?
Yeah.
I don't know, either way, let's just, I'm just getting out of the room as quickly as possible, because we gotta make a mad dash out of here.
So I got a stupid question, Phyllis. What were we here for in the first place?
Somebody,
Kill the mage.
some people wanted to do like some big investigation and such into this thing, and I wanted to go more quiet routes and everything, but they all went hell-bent in here, so, because everyone was like, oh, this is a suspicious household and everything. They're just suspicious, we should just kind of charge on in there.
So instead of going to the tavern for a few drinks, they decided to go very straight to the dragon's lair.
Roland says, why is everyone looking at me?
I think we all seem to recall that you're the one that pointed us in this direction in the first place.
Yeah, and it was one of those things.
I said I'm only one vote.
I mean, it was nice that we met Vincenzo, and he's kind of part of the team now. That's great and everything, but still.
Let's worry about getting out of here first before we start debating on our future endeavors.
No, I'm having fun.
I say, I'm tired of putzing around this place. I don't think these guards are gonna bother us too much. I say, open the door to the north and let's roll. I'm tired of
Hold on.
sneaking around here. We're locked in. The only way we can go is try to climb down, which the guards in the palace grounds are going to see us anyway, climbing down a rope. and there probably lies to the scheme of like something weird is happening anyway. At some point, we're just going to have to knock some heads.
All right. Well, before that point, as we escape from B18 into what I think was the bedroom and everything, look for anything that looks like a pillowcase or sack or some linens to put over the tax collector's head.
Let me fix this.
And then tell
We could go.
to handle them roughly.
We could. No, dude. Can you use thaumaturgy to put a nose ring? Yeah, like you were saying, make him look like a guy. And we can just walk him out and go, we got him! We got him!
That's not. Thaumaturgy doesn't do that.
Okay.
You guys,
disguise self, and I don't have that.
John, you're still in V12.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys in V16 now, correct?
I believe so.
Yes, went north.
V11 is the room with the stairway that you guys came up originally. You guys went straight from the main floor up the stairs and into the second floor. Went straight into V11, and V16. Let me recap V16 since you all are in there. Let me see if I can find it. V16, Duke's Powder Room. This room here contains a vanity topped with framed oval mirrors, bottles of perfume, brushes, cosmetics, needles and spools of thread, other furnishings in the room including folding wooden partition adorned with a bird of prey, rendering in a gold leaf, a tall black wardrobe filled with corsets and fine clothing, a decorative gold rug laid out in the front of 3 unlocked wooden chests. One chest is full of shoes, which you guys found out. Other one was a bridal gown, and then you guys also opened up the one that actually had treasure in it.
Help me, help me! I start pulling out all the clothes and throwing it all over the ground. I take the perfume bottle, start smashing them into the clothes, and I set it on fire.
Okay. So you're going to set the Duke's Powder Room on fire?
We need a distraction to get out of here. The bottle of wine set afire.
It's on fire.
Alright, we leave.
The
we're gonna pretend that until they realize that there's a fire going on, we're gonna act like we apprehended the mage and try to march on out here as quickly as possible.
Quickly as fuck?
As possible. Before they start putting 2 and 2 and, somehow getting 5.
Alright. As you guys run through V16, open the door into V11, there is 4 guards standing there.
Good job, men! Good job! We got him alive! The child leader himself! We got him!
Awesome. So do you want to give me a persuasion check while flames are rolling out behind your back? From the room?
And then I'll turn around and I'll actually look at it and go, God, he's still dangerous even when apprehended. And
Alright, you got their attention. They're like, found who? What? What?
Flash the badge, I rolled a 19.
Alright.
A dangerous mage we have found and everything in here.
So you have the tax collector.
Start a fire. Guards, take care of that.
Well, what are you standing here, man? Go see Vanthanpur.
He started a fire back there.
We got her.
They start grabbing buckets of water. They had to grab buckets of water. And one of them escorts you guys out the door, helps you out. He's giving you a shove. Well, let's go. And kind of shoving you out.
Yep. So, just act like we know what we're doing, and just say we've apprehended them, and just try to leave out the door.
The tax guy goes to speak up. Huh? He starts to speak up. He's like, hey!
Choke him. Just like
I hit him with my hammer.
Alright. Now he's dead weight. He falls to his legs, his knees, and now to the ground. He's out cold.
He's the one that was wearing the covering over his head, the pillowcase.
Yep.
And so now we need to pick him up and carry him.
All right.
Someone grab the arms, grab the feet, and let's get going.
All right.
Meanwhile, helping the woman as much as we can. Just tell her, just play along.
Okay, you guys make it down to room V10, downstairs. V10, let's see what we have here. Which is the gallery. Black curtains are drawn over the windows to the south, keeping this hall dark and cool, unless otherwise occupied by Mr. Fender Gray, who's not there. The butler, Dr. Butler.
North, or, the quickest exit out of here.
There's a wax statue in the corner. Seems to be starting to sweat.
What?
It's because there's a fire. It knows it's gonna melt.
Seems to be getting
It's not
warm.
a statue.
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Don't care.
Yeah. I'm not investigating no damn sweating wax statue.
Alright,
Fuck
so
that.
out the back door you guys go, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Out into the patio, now you are in V1. Which is the yard.
Doorway to the northern area, and we're just making a beeline to it.
This is where the human guards were you guys first encountered.
And we rustled them up pretty serious, so...
And you're being escorted by another guard, so they pay no attention. And you guys escape out the door. John, what are you doing?
Am I still in V12?
You're still in V12, sir.
Okay.
You're noticing flames.
Good. So, okay. So I look around, and I would have been doing this while they were doing whatever they're doing. I look around and I look up. Is there anything that I can lasso my rope to and climb up to the roof?
On V12? Negative.
Is it too high up?
It's too high up.
How many more stories are there above us?
From what you looks like, maybe one more story, but you're really not sure.
Okay. Okay, I guess if I start seeing flames, I'm like, okay, Hazard's done something.
The door is glass. You definitely see it's frosted. Okay? And you definitely see light going down to V11.
So I can see flickering then.
Yep.
I guess I don't have a choice, then I would tie the rope. I would have to tie the rope and try to get out of there.
While you're doing that,
Probably, I guess, if it, go ahead.
you spot 3 guards on the ground, and you can hear them yelling, "Jump! Jump! Jump!"
I'll tie a rope and I'll start working my way down.
You see them talking to each other, and they're like, "I bet he dies."
And
The other one's like, "Nah, he'll live."
you want me to make athletics?
Yep. They're making wagers down there.
Do I get a bonus because I'm using a rope instead of just climbing down the rubble?
Yeah, the DC's much lower.
Oh, good. Whee!
You notice your rope
distracted me.
is getting untied. Oh yeah, we gotta play that.
Of course.
I'm gonna say you get about 5 feet, and then you fall 10 feet.
Considering he's the Polish, he forgot to tie the rope.
No, the rope actually he
I
tied the wrong knot.
hastily, and it probably I tried to tie a hasty knot, and it came undone. Once I put tension on it, because I'm trying to go so fast, I would say it in role playing terms.
Instead of doing an overhand, you did a slip knot. And you take 1 point of fall damage.
1 point of fall damage?
Yeah.
No whammies.
I'll use my second wind to suck it up because I've got adrenaline now. And I know I gotta get. So I'll just I'll just yell fire and beeline it to the gate.
All right.
Which I think was directly south of us anyway. So I'm probably looking at it as I fall directly on my butt.
You manage to limp your way over to your buddies.
They're on the other side though, aren't they?
Yeah, did you go around to them? Is that what you said?
No, I went straight south. Isn't there a gate on the south side?
Yeah, that's where the gate is, and they come around and met you. I'm assuming, right? You guys are leaving the gate?
Oh, I thought there was a north gate too they went through. Okay.
Oh, there is. What gate did you guys go through?
Whichever gate they were directing us towards.
Yeah.
Yeah, the closest one was probably the northern one.
Yeah. So so you're not with your friends.
Yeah, so I would have come out the south, and I probably would have been limping down the street with a cracked coccyx.
You hear a very sarcastic voice. Have a nice day. Okay. What are you guys gonna do?
Probably get these people to Flaming Fist HQ.
Okay.
And because, the woman's going to need some medical treatment.
So,
Well, yeah, but he can start explaining his case when he's in Flaming Fist territory and, so he doesn't try to weasel away.
Alright. So, you guys make the Flaming Fist, he states his case, tells them yada yada yada, and they take the girl away and give her medical treatment. What do you guys do?
Ask her if they know who this girl is. She claimed to be from a
Flaming Fist?
wealthy family.
Neither one of them that's currently you're talking to knows who she is.
Can they find somebody that does?
Can they find somebody that does know her?
Yeah.
Maybe.
If she's prominent, if she's a prominent person,
Somebody.
then maybe a sergeant or a lieutenant.
Does 5E still have Zone of Truth?
Have what?
Zone of Truth, the spell?
Yeah. I don't see what's...
Our cleric/paladin might be level enough to roll. And we could interrogate them both at the same time. Put them in both in the zone.
How about we wait until they heal up enough to actually take an interrogation, or maybe when they feel better, they might say something?
Yeah, because if the one guy's knocked unconscious, right?
Yeah. Because you're starting to, speak shit mid-escape, which is never a good idea.
Okay. Obviously, he's going to wake up in a dark room with a light shining at him, tied to a chair.
The tax collector?
And we'll intimidate him, or we'll interrogate him and intimidate him.
Well, he's a tax collector. He's actually an official.
Alright.
He's
So,
officially being interrogated.
So what do you guys want to do in the meantime while they are being treated and healed and patched up and...
I don't know. Think of an escape plan, or someone. Start playing this lie low for a bit, because I'm pretty sure we've got the attention of some people.
Or should we go to the bar and find out what we can?
Yeah, because I think we got a limited amount of time before all that starts to cave in.
Okay. So we may want to go to the bar.
So you guys go to Low Lantern in?
Yeah.
Alright, let me scroll back to that scenario. Alright, so you guys, about 30 minutes has passed, maybe an hour. It's pretty close to, let's say around midnight. It's getting late. You guys stroll up to the Low Lantern Tavern. As you get closer, Definitely hear music going on. Seems to be pretty well happening. Pretty well lively establishment, if you will. You see quite a bit of merchants, sailors, all kinds of people kind of hanging out about outside. It's basically a ship that's been docked. That's all it is, nothing more. As you guys board the ship, you see this Dugar. He's kind of gruffy looking, and he's got cross-eyed, got weird looking eyes. He's just kind of hanging out. He's belligerent. He's talking to another individual who's human. Looks like it might be a sailor of some sort. And you can hear him talking about something about the Golden Gull. Perhaps they're talking about a boat. You're not really quite sure. Then you hear somebody else pipe up something about the Arlentry Petiar family. They used to own the boat, and somebody says, "Nah, they still do," and they're going on about this conversation as you guys are walking by. They kind of look up at you and kind of look back to their conversation, and they go about their business. It's starting to get a little windy. Perhaps there's a storm rolling in, maybe some rain. You're really not quite sure. So what do you guys do?
Now, I was just gonna get drinking. Yeah. Just kind of just settle to booze up a little bit.
Were we told to meet with somebody?
No. Just heard that such and such just hangs out here.
I'm
such
going to
and
get
such
a
was-
stiff drink to try to numb my coccyx.
Alright, you're on the top side of the deck. As you walk up through the stairways, you are now in L1. As you approach, let me go to L1. La 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 la. Oh, excuse me.
Does this place seem to be doing good business?
It seems to be rocking tonight, that's for sure.
Huh.
Alright, you are, I guess I make this shit up because I don't see anything on L1. Oh, here we go, main deck. Main deck of the old ship features wooden steps that climb to the forecastle and the aft castle. Another set of stairs descending into the ship. You see a padlocked wooden hatch fitted with windows. They act as a skylight for the deck below. The tavern proper is visible through the hatch glass panels. You see 4 dead seagulls. They seem to be lying on the deck, and there's 2 ravens squawking at you from the crow's nest as you walk by. A 40-foot climb up the ship's rigging.
4 dead seagulls
Mm-hmm.
laying on the deck of the ship
Yes, sir.
with 2 ravens squawking.
Sitting on the crow's nest, about 40 feet up. And they're squawking down at you.
Can I make a perception check and see if I can figure out how the seagulls died?
How about a wisdom? Medicine?
Wisdom?
Medicine.
Mm-hmm. Do a medicine check.
Oh, medicine? Oh, that's space. That would just be wisdom then.
Yeah, just give me straight up wisdom. 19, look at
How
that.
about that?
You have no doubt, while you're scuffling around through the feathers of these dead seagulls, you happen to catch what appears to be some sting marks.
Oh.
I did take that one college semester course in community college on the health and well-being of seagulls.
How'd that turn out?
It turned out about 19.
This place is pretty busy. People
I'll-
all around
I'll-
computers.
I'll just tell the party that imp is still here,
Alright.
Yep.
and my hand still burns. Am I
I
supposed to be
guess.
taking poison damage from that, right?
Yeah, you did earlier. What was it? You took half. I rolled a 13, I believe, so you'd probably take 6. I round down.
I already took that. I didn't know if it was ongoing.
No, it's not ongoing.
Okay.
I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And you guys started hearing me caw at the ravens. Caw. And what I'm actually saying to them is, hey guys, how's it going? Can you tell me please, how did these seagulls die? What did you see?
Meanwhile, Hazard looks at his drink and asks the guy, "What's in this?"
So as he's talking to the 2 ravens, you see this. What was those two funny bird ravens from Looney Tunes? Do you remember that?
Oh, the crows, the hillbilly crows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one smart one, one dumb one.
Yeah. What was that? It was Looney.
Hugin and Munin, these ravens are not, huh?
Heckle and Jekyll.
Oh yeah, that's not Looney Tunes. It's
Is that Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, probably.
can't remember.
There we go.
No, they were Terry Tunes. They're a different branch. So.
Bam. So anyways, they kind of look at each other. And actually, I think this one here would be more formal. Because they're looking down from the crow's nest, right? They're looking down at you. They look at each other and they call back at you, and they basically tell you they have no clue. They don't know anything.
Well, you gentlemen, you are gentlemen ravens. How is your evening going? You having a fine evening? And you guys all hear me going.
There's those 2 from Looney Tunes.
That's the 2 I was thinking
Yeah.
of, yeah.
They just kind of look at you and tell you that, we're doing fine. They're like, is this guy talking to us?
Yes, my friends, I am talking to you. I'm just wanting to see. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Come and hang out with me sometime, anytime, and I'll feed you. And you guys all just hear me going.
You see the 2 crows are like, I think he's Mexican. No. So anyways. Yeah, they have no clue what happened. In fact, I think it's kind of funny, see a couple dead seagulls laying around. Sorry, saps. Alright, so moving on. Let's see.
This spell lasts for like 10 minutes, so I'm going to kind of wander around looking for other animals. Like the cats, the dogs.
So you guys are by the crow's nest and still in L1. Where do you guys go?
The bar.
To the bar. That's going to be down.
Down to the bar.
Alright, so you go down to the tavern deck, which is L5. So let's draw that up. And we'll throw that in the room. L5. Let's see, what is it, L5? This is the tap room in Gambling Hall. You are approached by a gentleman or female, kind of thuggish. Well met. My name is Lorelei Thunder Nerf, but folks around here call me Captain. If you're thirsty for a beverage or looking to gamble, you come to the right place. But watch your step. Things can get pretty messy around here and fast.
Do you have any rats in the kitchen?
Rats? Are you hungry? Are you hungry for rats?
No, I just want to talk to one.
He looks at you and looks over to your other party members, and he's going like this. Like, is he crazy?
No. He's not.
When you guys look around, you see and there's people that look like thugs. There's a couple guys that look like they actually work there, maybe the bouncers. It reeks of sweat inside. Smell of cheap ale, rotting timbers, and you definitely get a sense of old vomit. They happen to position these three bouncers, if you will, kind of position themselves around the captain within reach, and you kind of got their attention. They're looking at you like perhaps they're not too sure who you are or what you're there for. And then meanwhile, you see other people coming in. They pay no attention to them. They go to the bar and order drinks. For some reason, you guys seem to look a little suspicious to them.
I don't know why.
Laura Lee, she's actually a female. She approached you. She has this crab familiar sitting on her shoulder.
I start talking to the crab.
Okay.
Why, hello there, little friend. You're familiar, so you must be Fae. I worship a Fae goddess. How are you doing today? You guys all hear me going like this.
Continue drinking.
Again, this crab looks over at you and kind of like, what? And I'm doing fine. Kind of a surprised answer, if you will.
I've been sent to Guman. This is a wonderful establishment that you have here. Is she your master?
She is.
Excellent. I really don't have anything I want to say or ask, but I just cast a spell about 10 minutes ago, and it just stops.
And then all of a sudden you get the stare. Alright. The tavern is lit by hanging oil lanterns, by the way. When natural light kind of comes through, like the moonlight comes through the glass, you kind of catch a glimpse of these grimy poles. And it doesn't look very clean, if you will. You see portholes. They seem to be like an inch, maybe 1.5 feet in diameter. They have really, really nasty, rusty latches. They're actually holding them shut. You see people running, sitting at different variations of tables. Looks like they're playing Boulder's Bones. They're playing different games. Getting pretty loud. Typical inn.
I just go over to the bar and order a drink.
Okay. What do you
I'm
have?
the same and guess and find a open table.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit at an open table and play some cards as well.
All right. You notice the one thug kind of follows your paladin to the bar and kind of steps back a little bit, and the other two just kind of look over at each other and they see you guys go sit down and they back off, go to their main post or something. And then they stand there and kind of cross their arms, looking around, not paying much attention to you guys anymore. Okay.
We're looking for who we looking for in here.
Emmerich Vanthanpur. He was one of the older brothers that seemed to have set up the brother that had issues, scarred up. You know, they were trying to kill him off. Emmerich is the one that was known, I guess, to have imps, or was it the other one? I don't remember.
It's was the
Yeah,
other
it
one
was
that
the other
never
one.
left the house.
Yep. Yep. So you guys go sit down. You guys are still in L5. You see a room of some sort. It's in the very back. You guys pass the doorway. You see another set of stairs. They seem to go down.
Hey, Damien, do you have another, my character would probably be asking as he's sitting and kind of thinking through things at the table. He would ask your character if you could if you had another use of that talk to animals spell again.
I do. I can still utilize that ability.
Go do me if I hand you like a couple of silver. I say, go get us there. Ask that crab who the one brother that we're here to find. If he's here, where is he at? What does he look like?
Will do. So I walk up to the captain. She's still in the room, right?
Yep.
Oh, excuse me. And I turn to the crab, cast speak with animals, and ask him about this person that we're looking for.
She turns and looks at you. She acknowledges you're talking, but it looks like she's in a fast-paced walk, if you will. And she heads back to the stairway where you guys basically came down from. And she goes into that doorway. And she turns and looks at you and closes the door.
Oh. I start speaking in rat.
In rat?
Yeah, just, making rat sounds. Say, any rats in here? Any rats?
Oh, let's find out. Nope. You get no response.
That was a waste of time.
Did you get the beers?
No, I didn't get the beers.
Well, just go get the beers.
I'll go get the beers.
So you leave the area where she went in?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I definitely retreated. I wasn't going to try to go through the door.
Okay. Alright.
That may be a little odd, not suicidal.
Right?
So if you come back with the beers, let's say, go upstairs. I'm sure you'd be like, I probably am watching her walk away from him. And say, what did the crab say?
She didn't go upstairs. She actually went into a room.
Okay, so she went in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes back to the table with a beer. And I say, what did the crab say? Is he here?
Crab didn't talk to me. It was a waste of time.
Oh, go upstairs and talk to the crows.
I still got some time left. I'll go talk to the crows.
Alright, do you want your beers, or do you want him to talk to the crows? Make up your mind.
I've got his beer and my beer, and now and he's
So
going
please step away so you can drink his too.
Who's
you
the
buy
guy?
out this. You're at a different table. You buy out.
Alright.
Just looking out for my religious friend, that's all.
I go back outside by the crows, and I start going, Friends! My friends, it's me again, Vincenzo, your friend. Now, have you seen this? Insert name of character we're looking for that I don't remember.
Emmerich.
Emmerich, and I try to... We have a description of this guy.
They, these two crows look at each other and says, who the fuck is Emmerich? And they look back and they're like, yeah, we have, yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you, my friends. Is he here?
Oh no, he's on a little boat, went that way. And he kind of picks his feather up, or his wing, he kind of points off, out into the sea. And And as you all look up to where he's pointing at, there's a little dinghy out there, and you hear ding ding, and you see the light kind of back and forth like on a buoy.
I go back downstairs.
They look at each other and start snickering.
I sit down and I grab a beer.
As you're sitting down, you happen to know this gentleman here. He kind of pops his head out from a room, if you will, right around...
Is he holding the dagger like that?
Nah, he comes up from the bottom staircase. He kind of looks around a little bit and he goes back down.
I didn't make friends with you, Raven. They don't like me.
Did you tell them that I love their music?
The Black Rose.
Yeah, I was saying, dude, where's that Jeopardy?
You're welcome, Internet. There is your dad joke for the week.
Ugh.
Can I follow the creepy dude downstairs?
Oh, you going downstairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow that creepy guy that didn't look around.
Okay. As you descend into the lower levels,
Be kind of a little stealthy as I go down.
you're being stealthy.
Yeah, kind of trying to be a little stealthy if I can going down.
People look up at you and laugh. They kind of remind me of the drunk fuckers trying to descend on stairway when they're drunk.
This is a random question. Can you send a chat message only to one other party member?
You can DM.
And
Yep.
how do you do that?
Click on their name, right click.
Yeah,
and,
private message.
Okay.
Or if you guys want, you guys can go to another room and chit chat. I can create another channel, or just use one that's already there. Or I can leave if you guys want to talk to the rest of the folks. You guys want to talk a little bit? I can exit.
I'm good. I mean, if everyone else is trying to do some
You guys,
action
I tell you
kind of
what.
stuff, they can do that while I kind of background some
I'm gonna refill my cup.
RP.
I'm gonna grab some snacks, and I'm gonna jump in another room so you guys can discuss your next move if you want.
Is that what I see downstairs? What's down there? Can you describe that room real quick? Lounge deck.
Yeah, this is L6. Let me,
Okay.
if you're down at the bottom, this is the Tavern Lounge. This basically is an 8-foot high ceiling area. You see 1-foot log chains. There's windowless, there's no windows in there. You do see a bar, you see different couches, coffee tables. You see other patrons sitting around drinking, socializing. The gentleman that you saw, he happens to be sitting on a pair of couches, has a coffee table near the aft wall, and he's kind of by himself. Kind of looks like maybe a little, maybe like a business, like an office, if you will. Kind of like you ever walked into like McDonald's and seen the manager sitting there doing his work. Kind of like that. Sitting out in the open, doing some book work, maybe going through a few things.
Can I tell? Do I know what he does? Does he seem like the manager of the bar, or?
He
can I tell what
seems to
does?
be somebody important. In fact, you see 3 different bouncers that seem to be standing around the area he's sitting in, kind of looking over things.
I'm gonna go walk that way and try and talk to him.
You can try to talk to him. As you get about 10 foot, you notice these 3 guys approach you and block your path.
I asked the guys, and I said, "Hey, wondering if there's any work that needs to be done around here. I just want to see if your man over there can help me to that.
They say absolutely nothing. They stand there with their arms crossed, blocking your path.
Okay, I have to think.
Okay.
Do I look around the room? Do I see the guy we're looking for?
Yeah, that's who you were approaching, wasn't it?
No, I mean like the original guy that we're looking for. Or is that him?
Well, you don't know this, but the guy that was popped his head up, went back down. That's the guy you was approaching, right?
Right. But I'm talking about the brother.
You wouldn't know who he is.
Oh no, we don't know this. Okay.
I mean, even if you saw him, you wouldn't know who he was.
Okay. Ask the bouncers if they, or the guys there, if they knew where I can find that person, the brother.
The one guy says, who's asking?
I'm just asking around. I was told to come talk to him.
By who?
One of his other brothers.
Which one?
The older one?
Yeah, where was this at?
Down in town.
Wrong answer.
Oh, I'm here for a few weeks, man. I don't remember.
The other brother says he doesn't ever leave the villa. You're lying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, must have been the younger brother then.
The younger brother, then they
These guys.
definitely don't want nothing to do with you. You tell me you associate with the younger brother?
I missed a few weeks.
Oh, you mean the gameplay?
Yeah, gameplay.
Yeah. The two brothers were trying to kill their younger brother.
And this is one of the older brothers.
Yeah.
And the younger brother is where?
You guys let him go.
He is gone.
He's the one.
We rescued a long time ago.
He's the one that was fighting. No, you guys didn't rescue him. He was fighting, whooping somebody else's ass.
Oh yeah, down in the dungeon.
Yeah, down in the dungeon. And then you guys came in and helped finish his foe off. That's when he told you that he was set up by his two older brothers, and he hired you to go take care of his two brothers. So, anyways. What are you guys doing back at the other table?
Just kind of sitting back and observing the situation, also observing the crash and burn up there.
Well, the guys, if you guys are not asking questions because you don't remember what his name is Amric. That's the guy you're supposed to be looking at.
Yeah, but it's kind of like trying to figure out a good opportunity to start asking around for the right information.
Okay, fair enough.
Is there a bartender?
Absolutely.
And, after a certain point, I'm going to kind of look over at when next time I get another round, I'm going to, ask the bartender, hey, you ever heard of a guy named Amric?
So you approach the bartender and ask for Amric?
Well, no, I ask him, I'm going to sit back and just kind of go, when the bartender gives me, another round, hey, I got to ask, have you ever heard of a guy named Amric?
He steps back and he just starts laughing. He said, have I heard of him? Why do you ask?
I don't know, I just kind of heard his name thrown around like he's a serious, mover and shaker in this town. Just trying to figure out, is this someone I should know more about?
You want to know more about him? No. He knows more about you. It's usually the other way out around.
Oh, so it's one of those situations. Okay. Just kind of new to this town, trying to get the lay of the land,
Well, let me give you some friendly advice. It's not somebody you want to mess with.
Oh, of course not. Sounds like he's a big guy, so it's what what's he real big into? What's like big business and everything around in these parts?
Oh, he loves
He's
games.
got his hands and stuff. So
He loves games. Maybe challenge him to a game of Baldur's Bones.
So he's in that market. Okay, so he's in all that.
He kind of shrugs. I know.
So, I mean, what's the big thing he does? I mean, what's his big business? 'Cause a man like that's got to have a business of some kind. What's going on?
You notice about 3 seconds in the conversation, one of the bodyguards kind of leans in, puts his ear into your conversation.
All right, I'm gonna let it. Because a man like that's got to be real big into something. He's got to. I mean, I keep on hearing his name and stuff and everything. It just seems like he's the big guy around here. So I just wonder what's he's into and everything. Because I gotta. I'm curious what he does in case maybe I can get some work.
Let's just say he calls the shots here.
Okay. So what does he look like? I mean, I just always hear his name and everything, so that way if I see him, I know, proper, get the proper respect.
Well, sir, Emmerich, you can probably find him down the lower level, if you will. He is the son of Thelmar, the Grand Duke. I don't know what much more you want to know about this gentleman, but I would definitely shed clear. He likes to lend money. And he owns this place for the most part, if you will.
Okay.
So I not much more information than that, sir. Other than I can give you some advice.
And that's what I was going to say. Can you tell me at least what it looks like so I can
I would tread lightly, sir.
Okay. I'm going to kind of let that conversation kind of float away a bit and then keep an eye out and everything.
Alright.
Especially the guy who was listening on the conversation. I'm going to pay attention, quietly to where he wanders off to.
After you guys are pretty much done, he the bouncer, bodyguard, whatever, kind of steps back into his normal position.
I'm gonna come upstairs and let everybody know. There's some guy downstairs. Looks like he's pretty well connected on the boat. He's off to the side. I can't get near him. He's got about 3 bodyguards. He might be the kind of guy we might want to talk to about finding this person, or he may even be the person.
Okay.
I think I'm just going to whisper person.
Okay.
Because then I'll relay the little tidbits I've learned, to everyone else. So it's I think he fits that description.
Well, the bartender looks over and says, "You do know that we do have guest quarters, correct?"
Really? Lodging?
Sir, we do.
I'll look around and be like everyone else, up for staying a night here?
That's up to you, sir.
I'm looking to everyone else in the party.
Well, you said you're not from here. I assume you need a place to stay?
Yes, I could probably, I'd probably at least need a night, and then kind of figure out what I'm going to do from there, so.
You notice he starts turning on this salesman pitch. Tells you what a fine establishment they have, and their rooms are clean. And he kind of gives you a little nudge. He says, we do have wenches as well. You do. And he looks over and looks at a couple of looks like they might have been barmaids, kind of hanging around, but they're not working, if you will.
Yeah, they're not serving drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been standing around just eyeing and like, oh, okay. I will keep that in mind. Guess I need to rest my head and have some company too.
You are bumped into by a halfling. He turns and looks at you and he says, "Oh, sorry." He's wearing these spectacles and looks like he's got like a tool belt on him, and you have no doubt he's maybe some sort of a barnacle scraper or something.
Check my gold.
You notice his glass, one of his spectacles is like cracked. So you have no doubt his equilibrium or perhaps his peripheral vision's kind of messed up. So you know why he bumped into you, other than maybe the smell of alcohol. Oh, sorry, sir. Was that your foot?
Believe so.
I do apologize, man. I offer you a drink from this fine establishment.
Oh, turn that down. Especially the generosity of a kind stranger.
So he offers you a drink, and he asks you what you're having, and he tells the bartender, give him what he wants. You hear this other awkward-looking set of twins. They approach this guy, and they look like they're drow. What kind of trouble are you getting yourself into now, Prin? And then, of course, the little guy turns and looks and says, "I just having a conversation to my new friend here. His name is," and he kind of gives you a nudge, like, "Help me out here."
And I go, "Name's Hazard." And I kind of try to greet them nicely, like, "Pleasure to meet all of you."
And then he turns and looks at you. He says, "Yes, these are my friends Aerith and Belden. They come in here quite frequently when they come from the Underdark, that is. When they surface." And he kind of snickers, because, they're drow. So they approach the table or the bar and they have a few drinks. And you happen to see another Flaming Fist soldier. He's over getting rowdy. Kind of flops down. He's getting belligerent. He grabs a hold of one of the females there that the bartender was pointing at and throws her down on his lap. And she jumps up. She's pretty pissed off and she's screaming, "Skedrick! Not tonight!" And runs off.
I'll kind of lean over to my new friend and be like, "Is he here often?"
Skedrick?
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Okay.
He's just a foot soldier. Don't let that badge fool you.
Okay.
You know those Flaming Fists, they ain't worth nothing these days.
Yep. Just kind of shake my head and kind of agree, and then I'll just engage in a little bit of small talk with them, so.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Anybody else doing anything?
I'm at the bar getting more drinks. I've got the ear to the ground
Okay.
background trait for being a bounty hunter, so I would talk to the bartender and just honestly probably get the same type of information
Yeah,
given out.
he tells you, he says, yeah. You looking for Emmerich too, huh? Well, just like your friend here, he's down at the lower level taking care of business.
Let me ask you something.
Certainly. You seem to...
Is this family dangerous at all? I know that's a weird question. Or are they involved? Strange. I'm not like the cop. I'm not like the authorities. I'm not here to arrest everybody. But we're looking into some things. I'm trying to put some pieces of a puzzle together to protect the city. And I don't necessarily know if I don't know what side he's on, but I'm just trying to fit everything together in my mind to keep everybody safe.
Roll me a persuasion.
So, is there any... Oh, that's going to suck.
Brian Hazard, you notice he seems to have a different demeanor toward John's character than he did yours.
Mm-hmm.
He's more friendlier, kind of giving more information.
Alright, I get it. It's the horns.
The lovely 7.
Let's see.
I'm not very persuasive, but I can usually just get basic information.
Yeah, perception check though.
Oh, did I roll? I'm stupid.
Because you're trying to persuade him to give you some information more so than he was willing to give, correct?
Yes. Let me make sure I spelled persuasion correctly. Yeah.
Very good job.
So,
That's kind of cheesy though. If you want to split that in half, because I originally rolled a 4, and then I rolled an 18. So we want to call it
he,
like a 10 or something. I don't know.
he tells you, he says, you know, the Vanthanpurs, he says, between you and me, he says, they are evil people. I highly recommend you stay away. If you're here to do justice, I suggest you take your friends and go see them down in the 6th, down in, below deck. You'll find them over in the lounge deck. Can't miss him. He's all dressed in black. Has a couple guards around him.
I was going to say, how many guards does he have? Does he keep a large crew here of...
Well, and he looks over.
Does he usually take care of stuff himself?
He looks over and he kind of points at the one that was leading in your conversation earlier. And then he says, there's anywhere from 6 to 3 at any given time.
Okay. Thanks, buddy. And I give him, super tip.
He nods.
10 gold. And I was just say, I appreciate your discretion, my friend.
He's very, very fortunate to... 4 out of 3 people are bad at math.
He said 3. It just made me think of that.
That's funny though. I've seen that a meme on Facebook. What's Cedric doing?
He's sipping from his whiskey.
Sipping from his whiskey. Would that be rye?
He doesn't drink any of that crap.
Would that be rye
Does
whiskey?
Cedric really have whiskey tonight?
I don't. I'm having a margarita.
I have a feeling it might be mixed with Mountain Dew.
No. I don't mix my good bourbons
No?
with
Oh,
anything.
boy.
No.
I haven't had a scotch tonight because that's how good the children have been today.
Let me ask you this. What scotch are
Not
you
even
drinking,
water
John?
or ice. It's just neat.
Would that be Johnny
Yeah,
Walker
there's
Red?
ice in it. That's hardcore.
Are you drinking Johnny Walker?
No.
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 Hey, I told you about my distillery tour, right?
To the bartender?
No, in real life.
No. Your distillery.
a deal I did. I financed a couple of them, and we needed to close the deal, so we got to go distillery, close the deal. A sampling of one of their charcoal filtered Tennessee whiskeys, which was good, and then I got one that was straight out of the barrel, and it was like drinking fire, and it was unbelievably tasty.
Yeah, if you like that, then go look at Booker's Cask Strength. They do. It's oh my gosh, it's pretty harsh.
There's a huge difference between
good age,
blended, ran through the charcoal filter, etc. The master distiller wants to do, and uncork the barrel, pour it, and drink it.
Yeah.
There's a difference between drinking Jack Daniels and I'll say that.
Yeah. Alright, so back to the game.
Either one of them's good. Anyway, back to it.
So he basically tells you where you can find Mr. Amric. He tells you to be careful. He's got a few sleeves up, tricks up his sleeve.
What kind of tricks does he have?
Those flying swords types.
Is he a caster? Does he know much magic, or does he rely on brute strength?
He kind of looks over at you and kind of goes,
I put another 10 gold.
"Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed."
He can cast.
He can cast.
Okay. Interesting. I'll put another 10 gold on the bar, and I'll just kind of clink it like poker chips up and down a little bit. Not enough to where like everyone just playing a little with it.
Okay.
Peace out, bro. And see one very good whiskey. And, I'll ask him. What was I going to ask him? My son threw off my concentration. What was I going to ask him?
You gave him
Specifically, what kind of bad things are they doing? Anything. Just give me a single word.
Well,
murder.
loan sharking.
Cult activity. Loan sharking. Death cult activity.
Well, there's rumors out that he's wanting people to renege on their loans, and they're using their bodies to feed the, the ungrateful. And he points over and
the ungrateful.
He looks over at Hazard and does one of these numbers,
It's just kind of, it's just like this, like momentary look over, like, really, dude? that look on really, dude face.
So in my own mind, Rod, I'm just trying to parse all this out of what Relic would be understanding from him.
Devil.
Is that
he's talking about?
So he would be saying, he's trying to get people to go back on their loans so that they can be killed.
Kind of think it this way. What is Satan like? He makes a deal with Satan, and what happens if you fall flat on your end of the bargain? He gets what?
Oh, so they're making loan deals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give him like I put like 20 more gold on there, and I just say, don't spend it all in one place, my friend.
All of a sudden, he knows he takes his aprons off. He's like, fuck it, I'm retiring.
There you go.
He walks off, takes his gold knives at you, and he's gone. He looks over, you notice he winks.
But I have to remember to write that down.
You notice he winks at one of the lady friends there, and she perks up, and off they go together.
I'm over at my table, and I'm just talking to the other strangers. So, a couple of hours ago, I heard a rich man's house got caught on fire. Have you guys heard about this?
They're like, no, what rich man would that be?
I kind of described that area of town in the house. I was like, yes, it was a big fire.
No! Was it caused by an African swallow?
African or European swallow?
Fully laden or not?
Yeah.
You have to know these things as king.
They're like
I'm gonna be
shocked.
Since the bartender's gone, I'm gonna like take my serving drinks and take it, money.
All right.
So if anybody comes up, what would you like, friend?
So you jump on the other side.
Yeah.
You notice the little halfling and the two drow look over, and they're just cracking up. You kind of get the sense they know you're no Tom Cruise behind the counter and cocktail. You know what I mean? They're like watching you fumble around.
No, everybody that comes up, they're like, I want a mojito. Listen, straight whiskey.
Fucking beer or something.
Are you not beer or straight whiskey? Or if you can't have, and I yell over to Cedric, should anybody drink anything other than straight whiskey?
No.
You know,
Absolutely not.
you notice the people go like.
Cedric said no. If you're not man enough, then you can go sit down. I'll make you Shirley Temple. I'm sure there's some cherry juice somewhere.
Shirley Temple.
Would you like a Zima, my friend? I look at the dark elf.
Oh, is that like a blue motorcycle?
Would you like a Smirnoff Ice?
Zima. They still make that shit?
I'll pick on Ron. Would you like a Max Hard?
A what?
A Max Hard lemonade, maybe?
Yeah. Mikey.
You see a guy looking like Ron in the corner of the bar?
Martles and James, sign me up.
So in summation, we kind of figured out this. We've this is out of character, but into the group and everything. We've kind of figured out A, he's definitely probably that guy with all the cards. B, he's into some serious shit. And C, he's in some really shady shit. So the question is, how do we contend with him?
I said we wait for
Probably
closing time.
Hazard, are you on the same drinking deck as us? Or are you down one more level?
Probably on the same drinking deck because I was talking with the
Same bartender.
and the drow, yeah.
You heard everything that I heard, or did you?
Yeah. Should
Okay.
be up right there.
I would then probably, as soon as like other people go away from getting drinks and we have a second, we need to come back here with the guards, or we need to go down there and thump him quick. But we know what's going on now. We need to make a decision, but we've got to do it quick. We can't stand around here drinking all night. They're into something bad.
The question is, does he stay here? Does he live here? Or does he go somewhere else? That's something we might need to know. My question is, do we have the manpower to oversee? Well, I might be able
But I would
to.
rather.
I might be able to equate, I've got a few spells that might be able to move the odds in our favor, but if he can throw spells too, we might be in trouble. Or, if all else fails, we'll just sink the whole thing and we'll call it a day. I mean...
I can
see
see
it. Go tell him. I'll nod to Cannabis to come up and talk to me.
What's going on?
I'll say they're into some bad stuff. We know what's going on. Can you go? You're the quickest and the quietest of our group. Can you slip out of here and go see if you can round up some of the
Here's the thing. We don't have anything on them. I mean, you're just gonna round them up for a bunch of stuff we don't have.
That's true. But I've got 2 badges.
They don't care. And plus, it seems like, the Flaming Fist don't, I point over to the one guy, Flaming Fist guy, and it's like, they don't seem to care about this place.
You probably already know about this place.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is, if we got beef with one guy, we gotta deal with just one guy.
You do know that his brother, those imps are around here. They've already taken care of the seagulls, messing with them up top. They're in here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
His brother knows. They know that we know now, so we're in danger.
Oh
so
yeah.
We've got to figure out a plan.
Yeah, and the thing is, right now, calling the guards is probably not going to do anything at all because they're going to wonder more why we bothering them. So if we're going to do anything, what we need to do is to figure out if this guy hangs out here or if this guy goes home at night.
Did they say he owns the place?
Yeah, but doesn't mean he stays here.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So let's find out where he goes when the place closes, where he's done his business, and then get him on that territory rather than here, or at least on the way there.
Well, the problem is this is more than just a bar. It's also got sleeping quarters, so it probably doesn't close.
Yeah, it's an inn. It's not just a tavern.
The main thing is like whether or not he hangs out here or if he goes elsewhere.
He's got to sleep sometime.
Why does that matter?
Get him outside is what I think is what he's thinking.
Are you thinking getting him in transit safer?
Yeah, because then instead of having a whole boatload of possible allies, you'll be probably walking with his 3 thugs home.
We could wait outside in hiding, although I'm sure the imps will see us. So he'll know it's an ambush, but... So I don't know if he's going to betray that. If I were him, I'd stay here tonight and make sure that all of his guards are on duty. He knows that we know now, or at least the imps know, and the imps are going to go down there and tell him.
Yeah, whether or not they've related to his brother yet. So I mean, that's the thing. It's either way, we're not even on good territory on the boat because this is his home turf. The thing is, if he goes anywhere else, I think if we're going to hit him, that's when we need to hit him.
Do we even do this by brute force?
No, our best bet is not to be staying on the boat talking about what we're planning to do.
Yeah, let's
get out of here. We've got 2 prisoners that were mistreated, locked up in a cell in his father's mansion.
Let's go. You're talking too
testimony.
much.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
That's why I was trying to be generic with what I was saying, because we might be being watched right now.
We are being watched, absolutely.
Well, gentlemen, why don't you guys utilize Discord to talk about how you guys want to approach this, and we'll pick up again next Saturday. It's about 10:30.
Sounds good.
Sound like a plan? You guys arrange each other, whenever you guys want to meet up, talk about it, or do it text, however. But it's here if you guys want to use it. Discord's always on.
Okay.
So, Rod?
Yes, sir.
before we stop this, give me the layout of this area or do you have a map other than the boat next to the dock?
You guys are. Let me find the main map, if you will. Yeah. Perfect. Oh shit, you fucker. Here you go. How's that? Low Lantern's on there. Gives you an idea. You're down in Lower City. You're south of the Hellmed Tavern. You guys went to the Outer City. It's where the graveyard deal was. You guys are right on the dock.
And where was his dad's house at? Father's house at?
Where it says Vanthanpur Villa. Yeah.
Okay, that's where it was. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then there's the bathhouse that you guys were at. And you guys started at the Beliska Gate. Yep.
So, alright.
You guys bring in a 4th level character and we play next week?
Sweet.
Level up?
Yep, level up.
Do wagons or carriages run in the city? Or is it just walking?
No, there's carriages.
Okay.
Kind of like taxi service.
Well, the rich would have carriages.
There's taxi service.
When we're leaving, is there a carriage parked outside?
No.
No. Or horses?
Nope.
Okay.
So much for the tracking beacon.
I'm just trying to get some idea of because if there's a carriage involved, we're not going to be able to get, if we're any distance away from this boat, we're not going to be able to stop him.
Yeah.
Well, I know I can't. I'm a dwarf.
Yeah.
So we have to be thinking along the lines of, if a carriage shows up, what do we do? If horses show up, how we handle that? We definitely don't want to do it anywhere near the upper city because that place is going to be on lockdown probably for a while.
Yeah.
So we have to kind of figure out, and you know, if you're looking at this map, he's going to do pretty much a straight shot along the coast.
What if?
Where's our boat?
Seems like
Your boat's down by
close.
the outer city, unless you guys moved it, but it was down there, down at the very bottom. Here.
Okay.
so it's not far.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far. It's the very last dock, if you will. If you follow the cove, follow where the wall is, and you do the furthest dock out, closer to the outer city.
Okay.
That's where
I
Deadeye
would think
parked
we would
it.
need to. I would think we would need to like lay low and watch him come out once the tavern closes, or see for a while. And if he comes out by himself, we can attempt something. If he doesn't, he's got we would know that he stays off site, and if he doesn't, we would know he stays on site, and that might be enough for now.
Don't forget, you guys got guys on your payroll.
Guys on the party.
That's right.
You know, the question is how much time do we think we actually have? we're worried about them pressing an issue with us. Do we need to, if we think we need to rush, how much time do we think we have? What kind of time scale are you guys thinking we have?
48 to 72 hours.
My question would be, my question I would pose to the group is, what are they doing? Okay, they're making some kind of loan shark contracts where if people don't pay, they take their soul. They're taking their soul and they're giving it to the three or one of the three gods and the cults in the sewers. But what are they getting out of that?
Probably magical power.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of things. I mean,
Yeah,
how did that city fall into the hole?
Oh, that's right. From back in the first episode.
So there's a lot of things could be going on here, and it could be all part of the plot to take over Baldur's Gate. You know, they're getting. Obviously, he's got imps helping him, so he's got some kind of favor going on. And you got to think about that. We can't see an imp, so anything we say, we have to figure that he's heard. And if we go anywhere now, if we go, let's say, to the house, he's going to know where that is. So we can't really go back there tonight anyway. So saying we have people, yes, but we really can't get a hold of them. It's not directly.
Relic would look at Cedric and just say, "You're going to need a lot of buckets."
There's not that many in the city. But, I mean, guys, you gotta think, if this is as bad as it is, then all the badges in the world aren't gonna help us either.
Yeah.
Should we tell the Flaming Fist?
I mean, the problem is that, how much are they going to really believe us?
Are they in on it?
Well, no, it's just...
I don't think
we could say stuff, but, I mean, how invested are you really going to get?
And I don't think they're in on it because they helped lure the head guy of the Red Fists away as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah. Some of them, obviously, the guy that was on this boat is probably a direct link to the Red Fist for them. So, yeah, obviously there's going to be some, but is it a large faction or is it a small faction? We already heard that there's two factions in the Red Fists, and we don't know enough about that either to know whether it's a good versus a bad faction or if it's just people being weird. Right.
We do have two free prisoners that we haven't interrogated.
Well,
and a lot more information if we just bluntly, especially from the tax collector, if we bluntly just say we know and lay it out on the line and say we want fill in the details because we already know the story.
And that's where I'm confused. Is Ron, are you still on?
Yep, I'm here.
Who did you say the tax collector worked for?
Vanthanpur.
He worked for but he was...
No, he worked for himself, but worked for a company, but he was harassing the Vanthanpurs for taxes.
Okay. So... okay.
So the plot thickens.
Yes.
And what's going on with that girl? I don't think you just lock a girl up for somebody.
Well, I mean, Rod indicated that she's from a wealthy family and she thought they were trying to
ransom
or use her in some way to make them default on a loan, maybe.
Or to get a loan.
Who knows? Yeah. So.
Interesting.
I mean, you ransom the daughter, or whatever, and then what you do is that someone decides to show up and, oh wow, yeah, that's a shitty situation. I could totally give you a loan to help you out in that.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. You got like one brother doing ransoming, the other brother gives the loan to pay the ransom money.
So basically, the gist of this entire campaign, phase one.
You broke up, John. I
Yeah.
didn't hear you.
I said, so basically, the whole gist of this campaign is bankers are in league with Satan's phase one. See?
Yeah, that's real life.
Yep.
Thanks, David.
Debbie Downer.
I know you heard.
If I give you a load.
It's like beggars in the league of Satan. And? Dot. It's like, this isn't new information.
Yeah.
We're not as bad as the lawyers.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to jump off. You guys continue on if you wish, your conversation.
Yeah, no, I think I'm done. I just wanted to ask a couple preliminaries and throw some things out there for everybody to think on. Because it's not as straightforward as hit a guy while he's moving.
Yeah.
Yep. If you guys don't hesitate to ask questions,
Yeah. Right.
I get messages. If you guys send messages inside the game or inside Discord, even though I'm not here, I still get them.
Okay.
It goes to my phone, so I can look up whatever information you're asked. So don't hesitate, I guess, to ask.
Yeah. But do you guys see my conundrum?
Yeah. No, that's.
So, I mean, if he doesn't leave tonight, I think we go in after a certain period of time where everybody's gotten settled down, the 2 a.m.
Yeah. You don't like 8 o'clock in the morning where, everyone's. Yeah, because it's like, any bar owners, they're in at 8 o'clock, when everyone's left trying to, tally up for the night, and there's no one else there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my thought. Is if we don't see any movement, we go in. We don't wait. We go in.